President Joe Biden and President Obama and everybody, when I was on social media platforms talking to people in Chicago and New York and Detroit, talking to everybody, they had the same problem with their Social Security. And everybody in every hood had the same problem. Let me tell you, people are in my way to address issues with racism, with disability, between schools and business with disability and racism of businesses. The gang members must not survive it. They must die accordingly. Kids and Mexicans must die in the accordingly. God have sent me to do something. I'm not going to pull that trigger. But about the Constitution of the Civil Rights of the Justice Department, and I just filed the civil rights on the White House. The gang members must die by any means necessary. The black kids and everybody in South Dallas and Houston and American industry, they must die by any cost. This must happen. My issue is something big. I was sent to do a mission by God when racism with disability is going on. I must take care of this issue by any means necessary. I must take care of this. I have no problem with gang members, but I'm sorry for what I have to do. My thing was never to step over people's toes, but I have to get the job done. God has sent me to get the job done. Enough is enough with the buffoonery. Trump voters showed their hands. The voters of their tax dollars showed their hands when opportunity not being given with disability. God said I have to do whatever it takes to get the job done. Not by violence, by the voice. A doctor asked me, how you know that God is with you? God is with me in the spirit. All I do is gotta tell him what I see. An issue must be at White House, Joe Biden. I just sent you a message. The gang members must not survive this. They must not survive. The black kids, everybody in every industry that go against this situation, they can have it, but they must not survive this. The kids must not survive this fight. They get no second chances. It's time for us to stop acting as a nation. You know, when I called the Social Security in 2009, the senator's office, one of them told me this is a Texas problem about the call center. This is an American problem. And we about to deal with this as America. And every gang member will die in each state. Why you think the border crisis here? I talked to people in Mexico. Why you think everybody at that border here? That everybody heard me in Mexico. You think that did Joe Biden? Tell them how Yellow Bridge and MO3 lied, but I'm not going to deal with this at the end of the day. That little kid, that teenager had something to say. He get 30 years, and their mama got to pay $30 million. They get no second chance when warnings have been given. When warnings have been given. Joe Biden, I need you to hear me real well, because I see a lot of jealousy in the mindset out of a car of a kid. They get no second chance. I have sent warnings amongst warnings. They get no second chance. These teenagers must die in the calling. They have wrote in their tombstones. They have wrote in their grave. And this black dude with the dreads, he know what car he in. He have wrote his tombstone already. I'm warning them. I might take the punch, but they get 30 years with no bond, and their family have to pay $30 million. That's the price they have to be given. They get no bond. They get no bond. Joe Biden, Russia watching, the American nation watching. Can you give that price? Can you give that price? Dallas think I'm playing in this community. Think I'm playing it. I just filed the civil rights on the White House and on the state of Texas. If the jury don't get it done, they die. And that's racism. If a kid can't be put to death. They watching houses like the dumbass they is. They down for that dumb nigga Yellow Breeze in them, right? And OG Pee Wee, right? And they haven't did nothing about Trap Boy Fred and the rest of them, right? I'm telling that kid he gonna die. Not by me. I mean that jury can't put every gang member to death. None of them can't hide in Houston with Lil Flip. And the rest of them dealing with that lying-ass nigga Yellow Breeze. Y'all was in the mall watching those jealous-ass teams. You want to let them create a platform? The Fed's about to go down. I told you the prosecutor not gonna keep their job. None of them involved not gonna keep their job. Ask for Trump voters' life, and you gonna give it to me. And you gonna give it to me. And you gonna give me every bit of it. God said you gonna give me that price, or you a coward in America. When I ask for every Trump voter's life, you won't complain about a tax dollar, you die for it. You die when you lie with hatred. And instead of walking without peace and harmony. God said you can tell a tendency in the spirit. That's why the kids, the people at Whataburger, they just set their tombstone. They must not get a bond. God said they must not get a bond. Their mama got to pay $30 million, and they have to do 30 years. They must not get a bond. No bond. The Constitution of putting their hands on somebody they don't put their hands on. They must not get a bond by any means necessary. Don't care about their rights when I warn them. When I give them warnings. When God give a community and he give warnings to them and they didn't listen, they have to die. That trigger being pulled and those threats are being pulled. They have to die, Joe Biden. Let's see if America can live by what they stand for in the Constitution of the American nation. Of the American nations. I want to see what they can live by. He's looking, baby, I see your thing. I want to see if you can live by what you live by. God has asked for that price. I have to do what needs to be done. And this is, you in my way. You fight for money and bitches. I fight for something way more important. That price have to be given. I'm asking for every kid to die. And I heard what he said. I'm asking for every kid to die. They must not survive this by any means necessary. The black kids and the Mexicans and the the gangs must not survive this. If they can't put them to death by Texas law, we as one. It doesn't matter what state that I am. I told Joe Biden, they must be put to death by any means necessary. And we're going to talk about what I heard out of that kid. I have seen warnings. How you doing, man? I have seen warnings. This is about education. I have no problem with no gang member. But these black-ass kids, they want to fight for something, and other people don't have the gifts to do it. And they take school for granted. And these gang members, God said, if you want to play with your gifts, God about to show you. When I give you an eternity, I'm about to give it to the ones that cry out for me in many years. They must not survive. The gang members must not survive.